So let's talk about the newest episode for American Horror Story Double Feature, and this is the beginning of Death Valley. So if you're not aware already, this American Horror Story season is actually split into two different stories. We have Red Tide, which we already finished. I've made a ton of videos on that, so go check them out. But here is the new part, which is called Death Valley. Now, I have a theory, and others do theorize as well, that these two stories are connected. Check out my videos if you haven't already on those theories. But do I still think they're connected after this episode? The short answer is yes. The long answer is maybe. So I will be talking about that tomorrow more, and of course in the coming episodes, about how I still think there's a connection between these two stories. Although after this episode, I'm a little less believable in that, right? So before we get into this, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when these videos drop. We're covering every single episode of American Horror Story Double Feature, Death Valley. Don't want to miss it. So let's get into the first episode. So this episode starts in the 1950s. We see a normal mom and their son, and they're just waiting for the dad to come home, and then aliens come. And yes, like any other day in the 50s, the boy gets abducted and the mom gets possessed. The husband then shows up and he gets his fucking head blown up by the woman after she is possessed by the aliens. Cutscene. Let's go to commercials. Yes, just like that. We're starting off brutal. The next scene, we see Sarah Paulson is back. She's not TV Karen though, so don't worry. I'm still waiting to get the TV Karen masterpiece shown, but she is actually playing Mamie Eisenhower, who is of course Dwight Eisenhower's wife, the president at the time. So they are inspecting a crash landing of a flying saucer. That's the next scene we see, and then they realize somebody's here. Lily Rabe as Amelia, who of course was known for flying Continental, one of the first women to do so, and she actually ended up disappearing as well in 1937 during a flight from the equator. Now they are actually astonished to find her, as everybody thought she was missing for like 20 years. And then they actually find a small alien body, which we see them dissect next. So as they are dissecting these aliens, they realize that there is something weird. These bodies are hollow, and there's more like a suit that these bodies are, and something's inside. Whatever is inside starts attacking the scientists that were dissecting it, and Eisenhower's just in disbelief, and I'm just getting those feelings from Alien all over again, right? Next thing, heads are blowing up left and right like we're in Scanners, and then we see that their woman we saw from the beginning is here and wants to speak to the president. We then jump to present time with a couple and their two friends as they are deciding to go camping with no tech and escape from it all, after one of them actually gets inspired to do this after a university class or whatever the hell that was they were doing. During the first day, however, they encounter a field of cows that have been split in half cleanly, might I say. No blood anywhere, just clean. Of course, we know this was done with lasers, but they're still alive, they're still moving and everything, and I'm just like, okay. They try to leave, but the aliens come at night and they abduct them, and all goes black. Then they wake up seated differently in the car than they were, and then they're pregnant. Yes, the next days, couple of days, they actually have symptoms. Then the two girls take pregnancy tests, find out they're pregnant, and the two men take pregnancy tests, and they're pregnant. I gotta say though, Lil Nas X did it first. What the hell is going on here? So right off the bat, are we still connecting to Red Tide? Yes, I'll talk about that in a bit. But what is going on with this whole story here? So of course we know we're going to be flip-flopping from the 50s to present time, which I'm cool with. I like the whole different aesthetics and just seeing the difference in societies, all of that. But are these friends pregnant, or do they just have aliens inside of them? I believe it's aliens, of course, and that's what exactly going to be the dilemma right here. Now, in the teaser for the next episode, which I'll talk more about tomorrow, I believe, so they do say that their world is dying and they need to create something new. And we also realize that they are giving the humans technology, as well as in one of the scenes we see in the teaser, Mamie Eisenhower does talk about a microwave that they're using now that the aliens gave. And so I think that's going to be interesting to see is how the aliens helped humans advance so much. And it's one of the questions that was asked during that class. One of the friends from the Modern Times talked about is how much humans advanced in 50 years. And I guess this is the theory behind all of that. And I've heard this theory as well previously, and that's one that's interesting. So I'm glad they're going to be exploring that here. Also, the aliens trying to create something new with the humans, I believe, is them trying to mix their DNA with humans in order for their species to sort of keep surviving in some way or capacity. A lot of interesting theories and questions being asked in this new part to the season, which I'm very happy that's getting explored. But how does this connect back to Red Tide? That's the big question, right? So, as I said in my previous theory videos, I believe the pills come from aliens, whether that means that the aliens created these pills or the humans created these pills with the aliens, blood, DNA, whatever, right? I still believe there's a connection to them right there. There is the whole thing between the chemist actress being in this season, and albeit that might not be something that's gonna make like for sure the chemist is here, because of course Sarah Paulson's here, but TV Karen isn't. I'm still very much so believing that there's going to be a connection there still with the chemist. Like, there has to be, right? Or do I just sound like a crazy conspiracy nut right now? No, but in all seriousness, I do believe that these pills still hold the key to everything. And even if I'm wrong, I'm so excited, right? So, no, what's to come in the next episodes? I think that we are going to see the four friends give birth to whatever the hell that they're pregnant with, right? We do have some teasers that we've gotten before where we do see the aliens sort of performing a surgery or something on someone, and I believe that's one of the friends that they're going to be removing that baby. In the teaser, we also saw there's like a big pod or like a room where there's like a lot of humans just laying there or like floating or something like that. So I do believe that's where the aliens keep all of the human babies, whatever, that they like impregnate people with, and then once they take them there to this room to do whatever the hell that is. So could the aliens actually have made the chemist? Maybe. That's one theory I have, and now they're trying to spread the pill in order to get like the more advanced humans that they can to further develop this whole thing they're trying to do to save their planet. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, your theories on today's episode. Definitely a wild one. Great start to this season. Very excited. After that season finale last week, I'm excited to get something fresh and new and get into a whole new story, because we just want to forget about that last episode from Red Tide, right? For us, Gaslight, that was the last episode. But we'll see how this season fares. Another 6 episodes, so 5 to go, and we definitely got a lot this first episode. Next episode looks to do the same and give us so much more. So I'm very excited to see where this season leads. So let me know your thoughts below. Are you enjoying this new story? What are your theories? Do you still think that Red Tide and Death Valley are going to connect in some way? Do you think the pill is going to make an appearance here? Or do you think these theories just aren't cutting it no more after this new episode? Let me know down below. I'm very curious to know what you think. As I said, let me see a little more. Let me see. Maybe these theories are going to come true, right? Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you're subscribed, turn that bell for notifications so you know when videos drop. I got a ton more videos tomorrow on American Horror Story, on that teaser and all of that. So I'm excited. Can't wait. Check out my other videos if you haven't already. We are so close to October. You know what that means. We're getting a ton of horror videos here on this channel. Over 60 videos probably, because every day I'm making a horror video on top of all of the other videos I make. So should be an interesting run if we can do that. And I'm excited. So we'll see. Anyways, as always, I'll see you next time. Check out the video on the left. Stay safe. Stay positive. And if you're still listening here, I really appreciate you being a subscriber and listening to the end to see what there is. So I would love for you to comment down below your favorite horror movie. I am making a list and compiling it, so I'm very interested in hearing what like people who are subscribed to me are into. So leave down below your favorite horror movie, and I will be doing a video at the end of the month, probably around it. So yeah, thanks for listening still, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Stay safe, stay positive.